Good evening, Friday night. It's time for the ham radio crash course. I'm getting set up over here. I have literally so much stuff on my desk and so much to talk about. I have a hilariously, I think, pretty awesome story that we're going to get to. Obviously saw the title of today's video. Does It Antenna? A new theme of videos that I think I'm going to try where we come up with crazy ideas to make antennas out of. Christmas lights, not that crazy of an idea, actually. There's other things, other videos and other things you can find online where people have used Christmas lights as an antenna. In fact, you might be able to see them behind me. We'll have to turn the green screen on when things get a little bit further along here. But as always, we talk about a little bit news, a little bit of other stuff before we dive right into that. We do the ham radio crash course to kind of incentivize you to get out there and try ham radio, live your own adventure. There's so many different facets of amateur radio, and we like to say we learn a little bit and we move forward with ham radio. So learn a little bit, you try a little bit, goes in there, and you won't forget it, and you'll be able to have fun with it later. We've got a ton of people coming in. The chat is already blowing up. I saw W5KUB is in the house. They're talking about Hamvention, which I will be going to first year ever. Tom, 35 years going strong going to Hamvention, so that's pretty awesome. I will be looking to him for ideas on what to do, although I'm sure I could just walk around and be entertained the entire time. Man, so many people coming in. Wow, awesome. Good evening from the Centennial State. Good evening, DENTNLQ. What's up? Yep, everybody's on time, and we got plenty to talk about, so people coming in late, don't worry about it. This is the first Friday of the month, so it's what we call the Patron Picks topic. Over on Patreon, the patrons at the $10 level basically pick what they want to see, along with some other stuff they get, and they get to do that every month. And this topic was kind of crazy antennas. Somebody said MacGyver antenna, and I'm like, well, I could make a whole series of videos on that, but let's do something fun for the holidays. We're going to do the Christmas lights antenna. So, also of note, the newsletter is going out this weekend. It's $1 patron level to get the newsletter and everything else. And we'll be able to, I'll get that out. And it's about, does the perfect radio actually exist? So I've got a lot of thoughts on that area. So hopefully you guys will check that out. In the news, not ham radio related, but this is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. Today is that day, so I thought it was worth mentioning. And W5KUB is in the chat. I was on his Tuesday night chat, 8 p.m. Central, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. The last one was on holiday gift buying. It was really cool, and I got to finally meet Katie, who we've talked back and forth on Twitter. And we got Bob in the house now, too. Very, very cool. M84 Baxter asked, do Christmas lights work like speaker wire? Well, you will find out shortly. And just so, let me see, I do have a visual aid, a bit of Christmas light here. These are just simple little Christmas lights, right? Yeah, pretty simple. Makes sense. Let's get into a beer because I am parched. Left Coast Brewing from San Clemente, California, the Voodoo, which is an American stout. So I am very ready for this. It's been a long week. KM4WDK, hey Hosh, haven't been here in a while. I should get a DMR hotspot for Christmas so I can finally get on the talk group. Excellent, yeah. I gotta say, if you're looking to get started on DMR, might as well go with a talk or a hotspot. You may have repeaters in your area, but you know the repeater owners sometimes limit what talk groups you can go to and some other restrictions on the repeater. You get the most freedom if you have a talk group I keep saying talk group. If you have a hotspot, so you get the idea. You don't need it, but it absolutely helps. So there's an American stout for you. Ooh, look at that. Now, of course, I strongly recommend that if you do get a hotspot, you still learn how to program all the repeaters and work a DMR repeater. So make sure that's a part of your repertoire. Admin Zach asks, will it antenna episode 2 lawn chair? Well, I have used the MFJ 993 to a large effect, which we're going to talk to really shortly here. There's a lot to talk about. This is going to be very interesting, because I had to proof of concept this, right? I couldn't just whip out some wire, some Christmas lights, and go, hey, let's see if this works. So no, I proof of concept this, and I was shocked. Absolutely shocked. I'm still a little bit shocked. I spent all day kind of in shock. But really quick, I want to talk about some stuff really fast. I also did a talk. It happened this Wednesday, the 5th, with the Gloucester. Is that right? Am I saying it correctly? Gloucester Amateur Radio Club, W2MMD. The talk went, I think, pretty well. If you were there, please reach out and let me know. At one point, I was talking about the QRP Guys 3-band antenna that I have used on multiple SOTA activations. Turned out the designer of that antenna was in the room. I'm glad that I liked the antenna, and it works really well because I didn't badmouth it. I don't really badmouth anything, you know that. But they turned the camera over and he waved. He's like, yeah, I designed it. I was like, wow, that was crazy. This week has been a crazy ham radio week for me. So that's that. I will mention this, and I'll put the links in the description. If you search Dipole Calculator, and the math for this is pretty straightforward too. You can type in the frequency you want to work on. We want 14,200 for 20 meters midway in the phone band. Click that and it'll tell you what the total length of the antenna is and then the length of each leg. So if you're making a wire antenna, you just cut 2 legs, dipole legs, to do that. If you wanted to do a vertical, they got one for that too. Calculate it out. It's about 32 feet, 11 and a half inches for... Oh, this thing's all screwed up. That is not correct. Where did that antenna calculator go? There we go. 14.200. I don't trust this at all. Well, I'll figure out the math and I'll find a better link and I'll post it. But anyway, the numbers are pretty straightforward with wire antennas. You're just going to cut them to the appropriate megahertz that you want to operate on, and then you're going to put it together. And I will talk, let me go back to me here because I'm going to talk briefly about the connectors I'm using. So I actually tried a myriad of connectors, and we're gonna switch it up about halfway. I've got dipole wires that I'm gonna connect together. I'll show you what that looks like, and we're gonna go on the air. I've also got this center connector, which is just a PL259 to 2 posts, right? And this would be kind of like a traditional dipole. Okay. Nothing to this. There's no balun. There's nothing in it other than that. What we'll switch over to. Oh my gosh! Of course it's green. Well, hold on. Let's turn this. There's that radio. Oh, and it's gone. That's very good. Are you supposed to be on right now? Camera? Good. Very good. Let me correct this really fast. No. I checked everything out but that camera, apparently. Are you connected, buddy? Buddy. Come on, buddy. There it is. All right, so this is a... Bye-bye. This is a un-un, a 4-to-1 un-un, which you can use for like a random wire antenna. We're going to use that as far as a Christmas light random wire goes too. So, okay. Pretty straightforward. These are just turn posts that you put on the top there, and that's what you use. Now, the tools that I use for this, quick little thing on tools. I've got an auto tensing or auto adjusting stripper, wire stripper. This is really, really helpful. A 100-foot measuring tape, which you don't have to get Milwaukee. Stanley makes a much cheaper version of this. I highly recommend this. Highly recommend this if you're going to make wire antennas, particularly if you're going upwards above 20 meters. And rig analyzer. I love my rig analyzer. The 170 takes you up to 2 meters. You can buy another one if you want to go up to 70 centimeters and whatnot. So keep that in mind. Links for that kind of stuff is in the description on Amazon, which, by the way, I get a cut of the action if you buy anything on Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything else, and it helps the channel out. So thank you for that. Okay, let me go ahead and show you some images because it's going to be a lot easier with images. So here's kind of what the lights start out with. You're familiar with these. They're twisted, twisted up lines. This one's just a single now, right? They're all single. So what you got to do is you got to actually go in there and start splitting the wires up. I don't recommend you cut them because they can get all twisted up and you won't know which one's which. But key piece of information, the lights are always on the same wire. They don't jump around. They don't do anything like that. Somebody, Andy Miller asks, is there a reason to use a 4-to-1 versus a 1-to-1 balun for Christmas lights? That's a great question, and I will explain that when we get to the connector post. But basically, a 1-to-1 balun is for using a dipole, if you're going to make a dipole. You don't need a balun, though. I showed you this. This is just a center connector. It takes the shielding, the outer ground, and the center post of the PL259, your coax, and splits it out to these 2 posts. That's all you need for a dipole. Now, a balun, what a balun will do will balance or it will try and create a match to the unbalanced coax line. Think about coax, the shielding is going around the center post. That's not very balanced. That's not very equal. Ladder line is balanced to the balanced dipole. And what it's trying to do is it's wrapping wires through a toroid to try and create that balance so that you don't have a bunch of RF coming back down the shielding. That's one of the things that it does. A 4-to-1 is more for if you're going to do like a vertical and then have some kind of lead, a radial coming off of it, which we will also try to do that. That's going to be more experimental because I haven't actually done that yet, but we're going to have fun no matter what. So let's keep going with the images. So you snip the power lead off and you start splitting up the wires. This is like what you get. As I said, you're going to eventually get down to the point where you have a single wire with all the lights on it. It will all be one strand, and you'll end up actually with a whole spool of green just wire that you could use for another antenna. In fact, we're going to use this for the radial. So save all that stuff. That's great. Throw that in the parts bin. That's useful for whatever you're going to do. I ended up having to basically put the wire over the line and just start wrapping it and pulling it apart because they're all twisted up, and this is a 400-something count of lights, so it's awesome. It got pretty messy as I was going along with this, just stuff everywhere. Yeah. One thing I'll mention, sorry to do a digression. We're going cheap with this. This is just a cheap antenna. So what I'm doing to prevent RF coming back down that coax is I'm wrapping up the coax. In fact, here's the feed line, which I will show you right now. The feed line is all wrapped up. You got about five coils of coax, which is kind of an ugly choke, as they call it. So last night, about midnight, I was like, well, I got to make sure this at least works. So I connected it. And when you have RF going through, it lights up. And that's kind of why we're doing this. Interestingly enough, though, the light will only illuminate in the appropriate portion of the antenna for where it is resonant on the band you're transmitting on. I cut each one of those legs to 17 feet, so that would be a 20-foot or 20-meter dipole, roughly. However, there was no activity on 20 meters, so I went to 40, and I can pick up, I'm receiving audio, and I'll show you when we get to that part. I picked up audio on FT8. I saw a station, 2 dB, up, positive 2 dB. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? That guy's probably close to me. I'll just go ahead and, proof of concept, make sure I'm not crazy when I do this chat with you guys. I'll go ahead and try and make a call. Okay, here's more pictures. Same picture, just that's lit up from RF from the 7300. Okay. See, notice how it's really bright there in the middle and then it starts getting lighter? That's not because of poor lighting in the room. That's because the RF is not pushing out any further than those lights. Okay? So I'm like, okay, this is working. This is working. Try making a call. I hear a station calling. He's replying with his grid square. No, I called. He said CQ. I replied with my grid square. He came back to me at a negative 23 dB. Okay, negative 23. Completed the QSO. 40 meters with Christmas light dipole cut to 20 meters. Anybody guess what station that is and where they're located? New York. That station is in New York. I was putting out 100 watts, and I actually burnt up some of the bulbs, which we'll talk about. I hit New York on FT8, 100-watt radio, into a 20-foot Christmas light dipole. This is what the call looked like. This is how long it took me to complete this call. That is nuts. I was shocked when that happened. I thought he had a vanity and he was just like a local boy. No. That was New York. And it's sitting in my office. It's not on the roof. It's not anywhere. It's sitting on my office. Tom might still be in the chat. He was talking about, W5KUB was talking about people using a light bulb, an Edison incandescent light bulb on FT8 and making contacts over 1,000 miles. Like, that's the world record right now. There's like a light bulb academy that does this. There's like a group of people that build light bulb antennas, and they do FT8, and they do like modes like that. Awesome. Just absolutely awesome. This is such a fun, easy project. Easy, cool, super cool. Yeah. K6UDA, I wonder if I can blow something up with 500. Absolutely. You'll be able to absolutely blow something up with 100 watts. Now, what I realized, and the demonstration we're going to do is going to be single sideband, because digital is 100% duty cycle. So those bulbs were just taking 100 watts of power just right through. And it was probably condensing along that antenna, because some parts it were much brighter than if it was just connected to a wall jack. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So that's some kind of record for me for dumbest antenna furthest comm. So let's show you what we're working with here. Warning though, warning, absolute warning. There is RF all over this mofo. You probably should have a good tuner, probably have it grounded. You can burn yourself. You can RF burn the crap out of yourself and anyone around you. Zach asks, are those LED lights? No, do not use LEDs. They must be the incandescent filament type lights. You cannot use, well, I guess you could, but that's really going to be a dummy load. So super warning here. We are ham radio operators. We can have all the fun we want. Safety third, though, Bob. You need to do your due diligence and be safe. You can actually burn yourself here, and if you got family and loved ones around you, you can hurt them. So don't put out an absorbent amount of power just to make the contact if you are very close to said antenna. 100 watts is not bad, but anything above that, on 20 meters, you might start getting a little warm. Okay, a little warm. So that's the warning. Make sure you do things the right way. Have fun, but don't kill yourself. Okay, everybody? Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go green screen off, and let's turn this a little bit so you can see what's going on. So what I did is and this is a little delicate, this is a PL259 barrel connector to a BNC post. And you don't have to do this. I just tried all the connectors out, and this one works okay, so I went with it. Into a BNC breakout, and then the wires are just connected to it. Now, you can already see this one's black because it burnt, okay? That's probably because of FT8, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do, I want these separated somewhat. So there we go. And I'm going to bring this over to the coax. So I am connecting said coax. This is all this is. This is literally just me connecting the posts of a cut string of wires to a ugly balun to the back of my tuner. Now, again, I will mention this is an MFJ 993, this guy right here. This tuner can take ladder line. It can take a single wire just into the back of this thing. That's going to get some RF burns, buddies. And it'll take coax. It has 2 antenna slots. I made a review on this thing, and I jokingly said this thing could tune a lawn chair or 2 lawn chairs. Let's show you what happens when I move this out. So let me get this up a little bit higher. Okay, so it may take me a second because we're gonna have to work around with this a little bit. So, all right, we want to get this out of Okay. So, bow done. S3.5, S5 on the noise level. Kicking up to S4.5 right now. Okay, so a lot of noise. This is not a great, this is not a, and it's all up in my office, crazy like, okay, so not a great setup. So, what do we have to do here? Okay, I think I'm good. We may have to go back to 40 though, and I'll explain why in a second. And there we go, tuned up. There it is! Tuned up! So let's try a call on 20 meters. If there's anybody, let's get out of here. This is, so, such a bad... Oh, you can hear it in the mic. Wow, okay. Is it that bad? Does it hurt your ears? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see here. Okay, let me go to 200. Is there anybody on 200? Okay. Let's tune up again. .2 SDR right now. And yes, there is a lot of noise in the background. I apologize for that. And that might be proximity to my headset, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Okay, so here we go. It's basically a dummy load. Jeep Talk Show says, so basically this is a multi-fused antenna. Yes, I like that. Although I've burnt the crap out of those light bulbs, and it still works. It's still transmitting, so I don't know. See, woo. I could hear that. Let me unplug my headset. Hold on.
Secure for Q on the 6 November Alpha Zulu. Secure for Q on the 6 November Alpha Zulu.
Was that better with the headset? With the headset off, was that better? Oh, it shut off the camera. I am on 14,200. Dude, RF is everywhere.
Secure for Q on the 6 November Alpha Zulu. Secure for Q on the 6 November Alpha Zulu.
Okay, and it kills the camera. Okay, so I'll mute. Wow, the mic was muted and you can still hear. So understand, the close proximity of everything that's happening right now is not good. There is literally wires above my head. If we want to try to make a contact, I'll probably try and lift them up and not have such a weird configuration like we have right now. Not very good. Literally, RF everywhere. So, Bob might be trying to call me, but I don't hear him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up our old friend, the Web SDR. Okay.
Secure for Q on the 6 November Alpha Zulu. Secure for Q on the 6 November Alpha Zulu.
So, people have been complaining about my hex beam on the roof, saying I'm disrupting their Wi-Fi and I'm killing their cell phone receptions. Doing this could do that. Could really screw things up. Yes. So, a couple of things. I want you all to not set it up like this. Is my camera lagging? It'll catch up. I want you to set this up outside. Get it up off the ground. Oh. Get it up off the ground. Kind of. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm using technology for streaming in ways that we should not be doing. Okay, let's try. Bob, are you on 40? Is that what you said? You're on 40? Don't do lights, kids. I love it. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to... I'm on 7.200. No bueno. So, right now, this is a cut 20 meter dipole, and it's saying that it's 25 plus on the, oh, he's on, K6UD is on, okay, so I'll go back to 20. I didn't hear you, though, buddy. .2 SWR. So the only thing that could improve this is to get it up and get it spread out like a real dipole, to get a real pattern on this thing. This pattern's all messed up. Just crazy. Crazy. Oh, yeah, sorry. When I'm transmitting, I need to mute. Sorry. You can do this with a Baofeng, except... Oh. Okay, wait, are we good? There is some kind of lag going on. Uh-oh. Did I break it? Did I break? I broke the internet. Didn't see that coming. Still good? Okay. Well, maybe we'll wait a second before I go do that again. I think the RF is being induced. Oh, it probably is. It probably is. No question. So I'll make sure I mute. The RF killed the iMac. Calling on 14. Okay. .210, he says. Okay, going to 210. Sounds like we're right on a spur. Oh! Okay, go down 5. Go down 5. 10-5. Or, sorry, 25. 20.05. There was a spur there that I was picking up. So what I'm going to do after we're done with this is a dipole. So I'm going to connect the dipoles back together at the wire connector, and we're going to set up an a random wire, end fed random, and I'm going to try and go up around higher so that wrap it around a cat. I'm not hearing you. But I bet if I rig this up like an end fed, it'll work a lot better. Am I still good? Okay, good. I'm still good. This was fantastic. This was one of the best experiments I've ever done in ham radio. It was so much fun. Just in the freaking office, just being able to shoot hot FT8 over to New York and get a QSO was just awesome. That's so amazing. And it's all lit up. I actually turned the lights down. Got this great ambiance. You absolutely should try this. Just do it safely. Okay. I'm not hearing you. So let me flip it up. Flip it and reverse it. Let me show you how to do this. Let me grab the center connector down. So what we're going to do here is, let me change the antennas first so I don't blow up my 7300. So we're just going to disconnect and pull out the wires. Now I want to again, let me while I'm doing this, let me do this. I want to again say, there is an element of danger to this, okay? I want everybody to be safe, and you can get RF burn screwing around like this, so be careful. And really, the people around you are the ones you should be most concerned with, because you know what you're doing. You're crazy like me, and that's who you are. But they don't necessarily want to be injured, so keep that in mind. I am doing a NASA splice on it right now, so I'm splicing the two ends together. So now we have one unbroken wire of coax, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this guy. I'm going to connect our 4-to-1 un, and I'm going to try and reorient things a little bit, because this is, you know, this is live. I should be screwing around like this when it's live. All right, let me find the end of this bad boy. Okay, one more. I lied, one more. Okay, so that's this. So I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to go behind the wizard's curtain here. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? I need the end. Okay, I need the end. Okay, so this is the end. My only friend. So we're gonna just crimp off this guy. Try that again. There we go. So this guy will end up connecting to the feed point. So how do I want to do that? Let's go the long way. I already have part of the leg connected over here. Oh. Okay, come on. Okay. So we've got this end here. I'm going to go around. Yeah, that'll work perfectly. So let's do something like this. And here is the coax, like this. Not coax, but the feed connector. Oh yeah, thanks for liking my sweatpants. I changed to be comfortable, not to be ridiculed. Okay, so now we've got the center post connected to the lights, which I'll bring over here. And I've got this run of wire that I'm going to play down. How does that look when we go off green screen? Okay, so you can see the green light. Okay, we're going to go with that much. What the hell, make it longer. I've literally just been running around my office like this since last night, and I stayed up way too late doing this. Okay. My pants are not sagging down at all. They're above my crack. What the heck? All right. Okay, so now we're connected here. This will definitely help you on your technician test. Definitely help you. Make sure to tell everyone about what you learned here last night. Okay. Okay. So we've got something. This is getting crazy now. Okay. I want to note too, when you're doing this, to go back to the beginning, sometimes you'll get to, come on, focus. Sometimes you'll get to the point where you have these 3 wired connectors. Just make sure you don't cut the lit end, the lead that is connected to the next light. You can cut the other one, but don't do the other one. Okay, so I think we can try this. I want to get this coax away from me too. Get everything away from me. Okay, I'm putting the hoodie up for safety. Let's go. We're on 20 again. Okay, let me make sure I did this right. I don't want to screw up. Let's get this light away. Okay, so you are seeing the radio. Yes. Bring up S. Okay. Woo! Did I just blow up all the lights? Woo! It just shut my hard drive off. That's good. That's very good news. Oh, I thought I was above 225. Oh, thank you for calling that out. How did I do that? Oh, I was there before, but I moved to FT8. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, and I killed... Everything's lagged. So lagged. Everything just died. Give it a second. Oh, that's awesome. Is it going to come back? My hands... I stopped my hand and it's still moving. Did it come back? Oh, excellent. Terrific. So, oh, okay, I'm gonna restart my streamer really fast. Did it catch up? So I stopped moving my hand and it's still moving, so that's not good. That is hilarious. Let me maybe get this away from the computer. That seems like a good idea. I would like to point out I'm not doing 100 watts. Whoa! Thank you! Towards some new lights. No, everything, it was, well, what does that do when is that messing with you guys? Can you hear me okay? Oh, it's caught up. A little bit. Audio is out of sync. Of course it is. Okay. Bob, try and call me on... Audio is very off. Okay, I'll reset it. Try and call me on 14236. I don't think I'm gonna hear anything though. I think this thing is not good. Yeah, we're on the right antenna. I don't think it's gonna work. Still there? Vladimir, if you wire two cattails together and throw them off a clothesline, they try and climb. Jesus. Okay. All right, let me reset the camera. Okay, is that better? Is that better? I think that might be better. I don't hear you, Bob. But the audio is... Well, let's see. Did I burn everything out? No. None of these guys are... Whoa, thank you. You guys are too nice. So, watch. Ready? You hear this? Listen to the noise. Just pick the noise floor right up when I hold it. Okay. Well, this should, I should mention this while you're all here. We will be doing a Discord voice chat after this, and I would love it if y'all came in and talked about this. This was crazy. I have to go back and explain that, thank you, Evan, thank you. I have to go back and explain that the FT8 contact, legit, super legit, the most legit thing I've done. Well, hilariously legit. Thank you, KK. Thank you all. That's very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, refresh. Okay, I want to make this work, though, because it's kind of... We're frying everything. We're frying it all. Okay, so let's walk back through what we've done here. We took an antenna, and we put it in the office. And it's stringing up that way and goes around. Okay. So let me get this guy up off of the way. Oh, Franklin. Oh, my Franklin. You have came on way too late. You have come in way too late. So I will also mention this. Tomorrow, my wife and I are doing a massive effort to get my garage straightened out so that I'll be able to set up a proper workspace that won't be my radio operating space. So this space that we're in right now, my office, is where my radios should be. In the garage is where we should be experimenting like this kind of stuff. And that's where this is going to be awesome because I got lots more space in the office. So awesome. Thank you. Oh, Dennis is here. What's up, buddy? Wow, I think we broke this thing too. So that's awesome. New lights for the neighborhood fun. New lights for passing aircraft and cars. Dude, there's no oh, well, this is... Oh, did we blow up the Ballon? That would be awesome. We might have to open this up and experiment and explore that in a second. I don't think we did, though. Because we started out... So I didn't start out with 100 watts. That was the first... We were way below that. So right now we're at 20 watts. Okay, so let's go back in SWR. I'm going to mute the mic. Here we go, muting. Did I kill the stream? We still there? So when we did it the first light, you could see the lights actually go up and around the office, which was insane. Audio is back. Okay, I don't like this, I don't like this thing. I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm not getting... Yeah, I'm on 14.236. And I can't hear anything on this. So, well, hold on. Let's do this. Here's a way to know if I'm hearing something. So this is FT8. So I get nothing on FT8. So this is not working. Not working. So let's get out of here. Bob, hit me again on 236. I just want to see if I can actually get you on my 40 meter. No, lines are all still connected. No, receiver's fine. No, there's 80. This is probably more the bands than anything. Believe it or not, this is probably more a result of the bands like dying at this point, dying out. No, remember the 7300 is separated by a very robust tuner. Nothing is connecting directly into the 7300. It's fine. Uh, 7236. I'm going to go up towards you here. Oh, well, that might be part of the problem. Okay, hit me again. There's no fuses in the wire. Yeah, I had to retune it. CQ, 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 CQ for Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. CQ for Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. That's my hex beam. Hey, thank you, Jeff Sellers. All right, what are we on? We're on... Not working. Oh! I hear human. I hear, it sounds like Bob in my ear. Oh, this isn't connected. This isn't gonna work. Oh! I hear you. I'm not getting you on the SDR, though. Who said you're not supposed to do what I did? Let me go back a step. Warning. I said this from the beginning. Warning. I have a tuner that protects my radio. A big tuner, a very powerful tuner. The MFJ 993B. My radio's safe. It's all my other stuff that may have a problem with the RFI. But remember, my antenna was cut specifically for 20 meters. It was a nicely cut 20-meter dipole. We started out at low wattage and worked our way up when I did FTA yesterday, and we actually started out lower here. So it's not necessarily that don't do what I do, just maybe not do a live stream when doing it. Because the live stream was probably the problem. All this other technology that I'm running at the same time, the extra cameras, the mic, all that stuff, that seems to have more problem with the RFI than anything else. So, not saying you can't try it, but do try it outside where you can get it up off the ground and be a little bit better off. In my case, I am in a compromised situation because I want to be able to do this stream. So, there you go. Oh! I do hear someone on 7236, so. That thing is deaf. Yeah, this is deaf. So, we're going to try one more thing, and then we're going to wrap up the stream. So, I'm going to discontinue using the coax. I'm going to disconnect the antenna from this. And we're going to go straight into the back of the tuner. MFJ says this is totally fine, so I'm not doing anything that's not safe. Alright, let me make sure I'm on the... Good, I'm on the right. You must disconnect the antenna 1 to do this. You gotta really twist that wire here. In fact, let me go full wide. Okay. Oh, I'm in the wrong... I forgot, it's tuner. Okay, I need a flashlight. Okay, now get this thing way up and away. Okay. Okay. You're not going to be able to see much, though, because it's all around. Wait. What can we do? What can we do? How do we do this? I know how we'll do this. If this even can survive. Oh yeah, you gotta come to the Discord after chat after this one. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go way low power. Okay, we're good on the low power. I'm on 7236. I'm gonna switch. No, it's deaf. It's deaf. Oh, I've got the other. I've got the camera pointed away. All right. No, there's noise, so that's definitely it. Oh. Whatever happened with something. You got some? No, we don't have one yet. So I'm looking to hear for, like, something. Well, let's change bands. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna tune it. I'm going to tune right now. Here we go. Won't try and tune it. Says it's over 25 SWR, which is possible. All right. Let's do this one more time. It's not gonna get it. It's trying to get all the matching networks in line. No. Whoa! Well, there's your noise. If Bob's still around, try and hit me up, Bob. Nope. I hear a human talking. Well, that's a shame. I copy someone. This is Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Come again? Jeep Talk Show. Cheers, buddy. Love it. Whiskey 8, Whiskey Oscar Tango. Do you copy? Whiskey 8, Whiskey Oscar Tango. I hear you. This is the hex beam, by the way. We're not Christmas lighting. No. Oh. Wait, I know your problem. We're going in the hex beam. We can go full power now. Whiskey 8, Whiskey Oscar Tango. Whiskey 8, Whiskey Oscar Tango. This is Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. How's copy? Copy 525252. I've got you at a 52. Well, let's go with 525252 as well. Shared 52. Yeah, that's on the right antenna. Oh, you okay? We can. Well, okay. How do I best do this? Oh, you know what? Let's open this up really fast. We couldn't have burnt this up. What is this thing? What was that? Oh, maybe we did blow... No, we didn't blow this up. I'm going to mute that for a second. Well, we didn't blow this up, the unun. Because this thing has a pretty high power output. So... We're 5 past the hour. What can we do next? So what I would like to do, I didn't want to spend any money on this. I just wanted to like work my way through it. Get a proper one-to-one Balun, not an unun. An unun. An un is for like a vertical, and it's a 4-to-1 un. This isn't a 1. We want a 1-to-1 ballon. So I'm actually thinking about going to HRO tomorrow and getting just a simple ballon with some posts and wiring this thing up. Oh, cool. That Skaloga, I got you at a 5-2. 5-2. That was Whiskey 8, Whiskey Oscar Tango. Yeah, I got you at 5-2. I heard your 5-2. So that's a QSO, buddy, right there. Wow. Cogito Aprendo says got 31 out of 300 tickets for a IC 7300 drawing coming up. That's those are some kind of odds. Those are odds. Those are odds, sir. You have odds. Let's see. What can we do to blow this thing up? What's the best way to do this? The way we did it, though, going into the just going right back into that thing was the best way. Where was that center point? Okay, hold on. Oh, it's behind the curtain. Hold on. Oh, heck yeah, this is a way better idea. Alright, this is way better. Okay, so let's get this way up. Alright, we have significant... I should have done this from the beginning. This is going to work way better. I know I'm saying way better a lot, so... Yeah, at this point, considering what this light thread has been through last night, taking the FT8, I don't know that it's going to do that hot in whatever we do at this point. I would really recommend, if you're going to try this, if you're going to perform this particular experiment, that you don't start out on phone, don't do CW, don't do FT8 or digital, and really keep the power low until you're sure that it's pretty good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to that center post. In fact, let me turn this back over. All right, we're going back to the center post. Probably the San Francisco Web SDR. Oh, W5KUB is taking off. Take it easy, guy. Tom, we'll see you later. Okay, got that. All right. Okay. So something like that. You can't really see it though, so we're gonna go back again. Let's see. All right. Here we go. No bueno. Let's go tuner off. Oh, yeah. Did I just kill the stream? Did I just kill you guys? Oh, yeah, everything's flipping out. Well, I saw a light. Now it's gone. We might have killed her. I'm gonna disconnect the, Okay, well, while we're doing that, we're gonna run a little bit long today. While we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead and... Call-in number, go. If you call in, I'll try and talk to you briefly while we try and work this madness out. Okay, 7 dot... Ooh, you know what? Let's go back down to 40 or 20. Nope. No, I think she's dead. CQ for Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu CQ. Oh, thing's way out of tune. Well, that puts it down to 1.4. Well, it's right there. So, oh, okay, hold on. All right, let me mute that. All right, hold on. Here we go. CQ for Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. CQ for Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Oh, you still got it. Sorry. Ooh. Well, we've already gone too long. It was way long. Well, it's a fun experiment. Again, somebody's in there. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Oh, man. Okay, so, will I try this again? Yes, but it's going to have to be in the garage where I have more room to spread out because there is not enough room to make this work here. And I think we have really killed those lights. So, let me put the light back on again, the warning light. You can do this safely, and believe it or not, nothing that was happened here was unsafe except for the cameras and the mics getting a lot of RFI on them. But you often will get RFI in your headsets when you are on a long wire headset on your HF radio regardless. So these are some of the things you have to deal with, particularly when your antenna is in close proximity to you. It works, though, because I did make a really long FT8 contact, and I was able to listen to people talking on 40 last night. Couldn't get them to hear me, though. I think they were a little bit too far away. But at the end of the day, all this was a coax line, this kind of coax line, PL259, into two legs of a dipole. It just happened to be Christmas line. And Christmas lines are basically like... What am I thinking of? Oh, man. Dummy loads. It's basically a dummy load. That's basically what we made here. But it was a dummy load that worked over FT8 to New York. So I get that. Now, really, though, you should be outside. You should get it elevated a bit because all of the things that we experienced today was because the antenna was so close to the transmitting station, which is why it affected the computer and everything else. Hopefully things have caught back up. It looks like it has. So it looks like we have It looks like we have tried to... Ooh, boy, something just happened. Oh, session's going to expire. Okay, good. We'll end that call. So as I backpedal myself out of this chat, I hope you enjoyed the fun of me experimenting with Christmas lights. It does work. It actually does, but seriously, take it outside. Take it outside. Take it outside. All right. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell because you'd never know what I'm going to do next. And if you'd like the newsletter, it's only $1. Go check out the Patreon link in the description. Thanks so much for all the super comments that I got. That was amazing. And real quickly, let me knock this out. I don't want to forget. To the patrons, this was your event. Patron Picks for Friday, the first Friday of the month. You guys picked do something crazy, do a MacGyver antenna. Well, MacGyver, it was Christmas holiday season, and MacGyver went full Christmas lights. So sorry about that. So thank you. Michael Nieswender, Chris Ebert, Carrie Blackwell. Carrie was in the chat. Awesome. Jason Siebert, David Dancero, Danny Miller, Franklin Lewis, Brad Schneider, Ken Kellum, Dean Johnson, Kenneth Miyamoto, Andy. I think my cameras are dying. Colorado Ham, who is also in the chat. What's up? Devin Hedge, Gareth Broadhead, Dennis Dunderdale, Anthony, Justin Blackburn, Gareth Larson, No Name, the infamous No Name, Dennis Mickelson, George Gaini, Jason Brown, Richard Dragon KG6 WFR, Mark Chase, Corwin Crandall, Ron Thorson, and the Brew Crew, which is partially to blame for part of what we did here. So, woo! I hope you enjoyed it. No family members or animals were harmed in the filming of this. I think I'm even okay because there's nobody home right now other than me. Good. All right. I'm going to Discord, and I hope you come too. We'll see ya again next week.